John Knox prayed, "Give me Scotland or I die." George Whitefield prayed, "Give me souls or take my soul." Today, tens of millions of American Christians need to pray, "God, give us revival or we die." There's no exaggeration in that prayer. Without a national awakening, America as we know it is doomed. We are in a state of emergency. In 1944, Reverend Peter Marshall declared, "Surely the time has come, because the hour is late when we must decide. And the choice before us is plain, Yahweh or Baal, Christ or chaos, conviction or compromise, discipline or disintegration." That was 1944, 9 years before the first edition of Playboy. Compare that to the epidemic of internet porn today, affecting even our children. Marshall never could have imagined America falling this low. 1944 was quite a long time ago. In a day when unprecedented numbers of people have a form of religion, while at the same time the church seems unable to stem the rising tide of wickedness that threatens the land, the question must be raised, why this paradox? Should not the church have influence for righteousness in proportion to her numbers? However one may seek to answer this question, it is obvious that what we need is not more religion, but more power. In short, we need real revival. We live in the most revolutionary period of human history. Social band-aids and reform antiseptics give little hope for a cure or even an improvement. A revolution is needed. You can experience this revolution. In fact, you can help bring it to pass. I'm convinced America is at her crisis hour. Revolution is inevitable. It's just a matter of which faction is going to prove strongest and will win out in the end. I believe most Americans are so apathetic that they will just sit back and go to whoever wins the struggle. Back in the days of the sexual revolution of the late 1960s and early 1970s, which was also a time before the internet, no one could have imagined the rampant effects of pornography and sexual sin. 64% of young people ages 13 to 24 actively seek out pornography weekly or more often. Porn sites receive more regular traffic than Netflix, Amazon, and Twitter combined every month. Recorded child sexual exploitation, known as child porn, is one of the fastest growing online businesses. 624,000 plus child porn traders have been discovered online in the US. The world's second largest free porn site received over 42 billion site visits during 2019 alone. And when you factor in the effect of fatherlessness on the children, including dramatically higher likelihoods of crimes, delinquency, violent behavior, and promiscuity, you're talking about a mind-numbing national crisis. That's why there's only one real solution for the future of our country. We must have divine visitation. We must have revival. We must have awakening. What else will turn the rising tide of opioid addiction, or stop the vile sin of human trafficking, or put broken families back together, or help heal the deep divisions that are tearing us apart? The United States has turned away from God. It mocks God. It worships a 21st century Baal, incarnated in sensuality, material goods, and immorality of every kind. Instead of the church rising, we are more hated, more reviled, and more marginalized than ever. Witchcraft is on the rise. Radical feminism is on the rise. Marxism is on the rise. Transgender activism is on the rise. Mobocracy is on the rise. Abortion extremism is on the rise. Cancel culture is on the rise. We are in one of the darkest places that America has ever seen. Political victories cannot save the nation. We are in a state of emergency. Revival or we die.